Is loadout something that we did need, or is it just something they wanted to put in the game to waste some time? Well, stick around, and I'm going to go over this and let you guys know why we need them. Hello guys, JustHitSquare here. Welcome back to another Division video. Today I'm going to be going over the new feature that we do have called Loadouts. And guys, if this video has been helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps out a ton. Now, guys, today, like I said before, I'm going to be discussing loadouts and why they're important, why we needed them. Now, you can have up to 6, a little description on them. You can have up to 6 of them at any given time. Now, if you decide that you don't want that loadout anymore, you can always change it. And the thing is, first and foremost, I have tested this out. If you put anything that's in the loadout into your stash, delete it, or anything like that, then you no longer can have that loadout the way it was until you pull out that piece or mod or anything from the stash. And if you deleted it, well, you're just screwed until you get it back again. So, bear that in mind. That's how this works. So, in order to keep your loadouts rolling and be able to go between them at any point in time, you need to have them in your backpack. So, people will think, well, that's kind of stupid, but it's not, because they also did a update with the backpack. Now, the majority of people has 120 capacity in their backpacks. Up from 70 was the max, I believe, before. So now you got 120. Most people will, because what it does is enable the perks from the post office also to give you that extra baggage in your backpack. So most people now is going to have 120 capacity in their backpack, and that's 50 more. So that enables you to be able to carry at least 6 of these gear sets on you at all times and still have plenty of room. As you can see, I do got 6, and you can see that I got 53 of 120 when it comes to capacity in my backpack. So a lot of people uses some of the same mods, some of the same guns, and some of the same skills and talents. Now, I'm not going to sit here and go over every bit of my talents and all these things, just because you've seen my videos on my builds, and these builds that I'm showing right here in these certain loadouts, well, they're builds you've already seen. But I have updated them. I just haven't made videos about them because I figured that I will make a video about them once we get a new gear score and so on and so forth. Because I found a new toy that I love, Rapid Talent on chest piece. Helps out so much for people that doesn't have a lot of skill power for the heal. And I've been working with that with a lot of my builds, and letting go of Barrett's chest piece and venturing out to the world to know. But anyways, loadouts is very useful. As you can see, they go Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, and Foxtrot. The thing is, I'm on Bravo, my defense. If I wanted to change, I just press X and go to Alpha. It completely changes everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. I mean from the skills you picked with that loadout, the talents, and all the mods in your weapons, which weapons you have placed where, what talents. I mean all the gear, talking about performance mods, talking about any kind of regular mods. If you have them in if you have any of these mods in your guns or your gear that's in any other piece of gun or any other piece of gear or in your guns, they automatically transfer from them. When you switch into a new loadout, they'll transfer into what you had put them in and saved them in. Now, you can always update your loadouts. If you change something, you can see right here on the bottom, you can press square and hold it and it'll override. So if you changed out a gun or if you changed out anything in this, it will actually have an override come up when you go back to your loadouts in order to, let you know, look, you've changed something. Do you want to save it? In other words, it's a save in progress. Now, the thing about it is that these are very useful. Now, just know and keep in mind that when you're in combat or if a skill is on cooldown, you cannot change a loadout. You have to wait until one of those are over with. And it's kind of retarded in a way, but then I got to thinking why they did it. It's because then you would be pretty OP. Think about it. You're in battle with a rogue and you're running, say for instance, just striker. You don't like it. You can't put enough damage, or they're jumping around too much and all these things. And you want something where you can put extra damage on. And not saying that striker isn't good. It's awesome. But say you wanted, oh, I need my Banshee set. Well, as you can see, I got Banshee. But if you wanted to change to it, you're in combat. You wouldn't be able to do it. So pick wisely when you go and do these things. And then once you get out of combat, then you can change. Well, that build ain't working for me in this, or I'm on a legendary, heroic, whatever mission, the hardest ones we can do, or if I'm in an incursion and I can't, I'm not doing enough damage, I'm not helping my team enough, then you're going to need to wait until you're out of combat, or skills are on cooldown, or they're completely cooled down in order to do that. Now just know that will take effect. You will not be able to change unless that happens. Now why are these good? It's simple. How many times, how many countless minutes and hours have you spent trying to get the build that you want just right and not having to worry about writing it down and changing it out all the time when you're wanting to run something differently? How many minutes and hours have you spent doing that? How many times have you written down your build? You get a new mod and you're like, oh, I got to have that. Well, here's the thing. You'd have to write it down or you'd have to memorize it in order to make it work. Well, now you don't have to do that. Once you get something new that makes your build better, all you have to do is put it in there, change over to the loadout, put it in where you want it, and then override it. And then boom, it's saved. There you go. You don't have to write it down. You don't have to take it off and know that, well, I've got to be able to know where my mods went, what this went, blah, 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 all this kind of crap. Well, now you don't have to. It changes. It makes it to where you can change pretty much on the fly. Now, unless you're in combat or if any of your skills are on cooldown, that's something I've actually noticed. Now, the thing about it is, it makes it really, really good in order to have this. Now, I wish that was more than just 6. I wish it was more like 10 for each character. I know they'll probably bring the amount of how many you can have up when they do updates and stuff like that. But for right now, 6 is pretty good. That means there's 18 across 3 characters. If you have 4, then, you'd have like 24 different builds or whatnot. So, but here's the thing. These right here that I do have, these are the best ones that I have for this, this character. These are the ones that I like to run. So the other builds that I make, I could always write those down and then do it like that until, they make it to where you can have more. Or you could always put them on a different character and switch stuff over like that. But I run Barrett's chess piece a whole lot. So the one that I use mainly is the best one that I have across all my 3 characters. So in order to get the build started, I would have to put that in the stash, transfer it over to another guy, and then boom, put it on him, and then that way the builds would work over there that I would save on him. Now I wish there was some kind of mechanism or some kind of way that they could make that a little easier between characters where you could switch on the fly between characters, but this is a good start and this is something that's awesome. I really do enjoy it. Now just look, alright, say you first come into overview, right? You come over to loadouts, see how fast you change. X, and sometimes they won't equip just right off the bat, but give them a minute, because here's the thing, this is a new feature. So not everything's going to work perfectly, and it's pretty steady for what it is. Say like that didn't work the first time, second time it worked. So you want to see how fast it does, right? Watch how fast. Wherever you can see when I press X, 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 X. See, they don't change right off the bat. You gotta give them a few seconds between changing them because it's probably like giving the system so much information at the time. Everything's got to be precisely coordinated and uploaded, and boom, there it goes. But anyways, guys, hope you really did enjoy the video because there is my opinion on loadouts. Why do we need them? Because they help us keep our favorite loadouts, up to 6 of them at any given time. We can change on the fly if it isn't where any of our skills are on cooldown or we're in combat. These are very, very useful. And if you want to know a lot, pretty much the quality update 1.6.1, look in the description. I do have a playlist, and you can hit that playlist and you can scroll through and you can see that my video on quality 1.6.1 is there. In that video, I do discuss about the main things that they did change in 1.6.1, and there's some pretty good additions. Now, I did not go over all of the bug fixes, which there is a link in that description of that video that will show you, go to it, and it will tell you every little bug fix that they did do. But there are also things that they've messed up since they've released 1.6.1. There is some lag coming in the game. I've not had this much lag in a while in a game. They've made other things messed up, but all in all, I think it's a decent update. But other than that, guys, hopefully, guys, I did not miss anything. Hopefully, this video has helped you. And like I said before, if it has, then please like, share, and subscribe. And guys, this has been JustHitSquare. I'll see you next time.